Wolverine Racing. What's up, folks? So here's the next step. We sent that last radiator back to Summit since it came in damaged. Went with a Summit radiator this time. Pop that bad boy. Looks pretty nice. I like it. 3-core. Should do a good job of cooling the car. It was actually a little cheaper than the cold case that came in damaged. It's what they had in stock. They didn't have a cold case in stock. Gonna have to ship it from the factory. It was gonna take a while, so I got the Summit. We'll pull a stock radiator out of there. Simple. We just got 3 bolts holding this in. Take that cover off. It's really what holds the radiator in place. 2 hoses draining the fluid out of it. I've got these fans set up where they'll just fall back off the radiator. Pull the radiator out, pop the new one in, hook up the hoses, fill it up with fluid, make sure we got no leaks, and we're rocking and rolling. I honestly don't think that should take more than 30 or 40 minutes. I want to give you guys a little review on something I just bought. So I'm a guy that has a lot of battery operated tools. It takes me a long time to change brands, right? I've had them all. I've had Panasonic, Makita, Ryobi, Rigid. Finally switched to DeWalt. For years I had DeWalt. Really didn't want to leave DeWalt. Well, Milwaukee's got some really nice stuff. So I went to Milwaukee, bit the bullet, paid the price. Stuff's expensive, but man, it's really good stuff. I've got just about everything I'll ever need. Cordless grinder, cordless ratchet, sawzall, skill saw, driver. This impact right here, that is a bad boy. Yeah, that impact is a bad boy. That thing was supposed to deliver 350 foot-pounds. I haven't met a lug nut yet that it wouldn't take off. You got to be careful if you're putting lug nuts on, though. You cannot run them up with that because it'll over tighten them every time. So you just get them close and then torque them down, right? But that's not really what I want to give you guys a review on. It's hard for me to change brands. So, you know, I've been looking for lawn equipment because my lawnmower, my weed eater, all that stuff's really old, it's wore out, needed new stuff. So started doing some research, and a friend of mine has Ego battery operated stuff and he loves it. Very skeptical about it. Didn't want to go to a battery operated lawnmower. Didn't think it'd have the power to do what I needed it to do. But I did a bunch of research and everybody said it was good stuff. So I bit the bullet again, bought it. I tell you what, if you've got a normal subdivision sized yard, I'd say less than a half acre, this stuff is awesome. I mean, it is great. I bought the weed eater, the blower, the pole saw, and the lawnmower, and I don't have a complaint about any of it. The batteries are great. I got a deal on a lawnmower, caught it on sale at Lowe's for $6.99. It's awesome. I got the 10 amp hour battery for the lawnmower. Don't go any smaller than that because you're gonna run into problems. But I built this little charging station for it, mounted this stuff on plywood, set everything up on GFIs. I put a switch right here because I don't like leaving lithium batteries sitting on a charger with the chargers on. So when I walk out of the garage, switch goes off, the batteries aren't charging anymore. As far as storing lithium batteries, you know, I know there's been problems with them before, but you know, got to store them somewhere, right? So let me show y'all what I got. First, I'll show you the blower. Got the high-speed blower with the turbo on it. It's got a little turbo button. I like that turbo button, right? Everybody likes a turbo, huh? But that thing, man, that thing's got some juice, man. It has got some serious power. It's a little bit on the heavy side, not too bad if you use the 2.5 amp hour battery. I got 2.5 amp hour batteries, 4 amp hour batteries, and then the 10 amp for the lawnmower. I got this pole saw, and I just cut a bunch of branches, and man, it did great. I mean, it did as good as any gas pole saw I've ever used. And you do have to put oil in it for the chain. You got to put bar oil in it, but other than that, no gas. Runs great. Chopped up a bunch of stuff back there, and this is the lawnmower. Man, it's quiet. It's super light. It's easy to maneuver. Self-propelled. When you put it in high, when you turn it up, that thing runs. I mean, you can't keep up behind it if you're walking. You got to move. This is the adjustment for the height for the deck, which is really easy to adjust. I mean, you can run the deck way up or way down with one single lever. No fumbling and fooling around at 4 different wheels trying to get the thing straight. Nope. The handle, whole thing folds up. Boom. You fold it all the way down. Flip these 2 levers right here. All right, slide that down, and the whole thing folds up into one neat little package. What I really love about it is when you fold it up, there's a handle here, and there's a handle down here to pick the thing up, and it's not heavy, it's light. It's variable speed for the self-propelled. It's got several different positions for the handle, right? You can also adjust this up and down, which is really nice. And if you don't have that handle up and locked and have these 2 locks snapped in place, it is not going to run. It will not run. Battery goes in there. Slide it in. Lift that green latch, slide it out. Real simple. Works really easy. Let's go. It's got LED lights on the front of it, and they light up the yard. If you want to cut in the dark when it's hot outside like it is now, have at it, man. Those 2 lights are on the front of the lawnmower, and they light up the yard great. It's got a little diagnostic center here. If it won't start, or if it won't run, or if it's running hot, it tells you. That little clear plastic right there glows different colors, and it blinks different speeds to tell you what's wrong. And that's your code reader right there. It's an awesome lawnmower. You cut the grass with it a few times now. I got no complaints. There's 5 bars on that 10 amp hour battery to cut my yard front and back. It uses 1 bar. So I really think I could cut the yard 3 times and never charge the battery. So that's my review on Ego's lawn equipment. If you're looking for stuff, I recommend it, man. I won't go back to gas, not as long as I got a yard this small. If we move somewhere where I got a bigger yard, obviously I'll have to rethink that, but right now, this is where it's at. Wolverine out.